Okay, I think this is what we can get. We get our outfielder that we want, giving up Ross Stripling, who is like someone we don't really need. Decent sort of depth guy, but I don't mind giving him up. Austin Barnes, again, depth guy. We got someone else we can call up, Tyler White. We've got another young player we can call up to replace. So I don't think we lose anything that we can't really replace here. What we do gain is long-term prospect Devi Garcia, who I like and I think could be good. Kevin Alcantara, 17 years of age, 3-star potential already. Looks like a potential outfielder that we badly need to add into the mix. A shortstop, 19, 3-star, looks really good defensively. Could turn into a real good player in Peraza. A second baseman, again, Ezekiel Duran, another prospect we can move about elsewhere. Long-term replacement for Jose Altuve. And, of course, we get that outfielder. We get Giancarlo Stanton in. Home runs, you can hit 35 to 45 home runs in a normal season. If he has a really good season, who knows? The best part is we will be retaining about 2.2 million. Just under. For this season. And with that, they retain 35% of Giancarlo Stanton's contract across the entire 8 seasons. So we're paying basically 65% of this amount. Which means we're only paying him about 20 million in there. And we're paying him, 20 million basically for the entire contract. Until he starts to fall off here. Which, okay, it'll be 35, 36 in these seasons. We'll be looking to move him on around this point anyway. And we're probably going to have like a 10 million sort of cap hit there. Or a 15 million cap hit maybe. Actually, it'll probably just be in the middle of those. So, probably about a 13 and a half now I'm thinking about it. But yeah, we'll be able to do that. And, that's a much better way of doing it. We can retain some of that ourselves. Move him on and get something back. Also, we still have Kenley Jansen to dump off if we need to. We also have Sierra to dump off as well. So, I'm pretty happy with that. I think we got a couple of really good prospects. In the outfield, in the infield, got a couple. We got a pitcher, and then we got Stanton to play outside. In the outfield, we're giving up stuff we don't mind. That's the best deal I could do. I'm going to pull the trigger on that one. We're going to head back now and see how that all lines up. Waivers and designated for assignment. I've got 7 players to register in the active roster, and I've got 7 players to register in the 40-man. We just have enough here. We have more than enough here. And the good thing is, as well, if we can get rid of, like I say, Sierra, and also Kenley, we'll see what they do. That opens up a lot. So what I'm going to do is we are going to register these players in, and we'll figure out our way forward for the future. It says at 26 to 26 right now. We got 28 on the 40-man roster. That's not bad. Our 5 starting pitchers then. Buehler, Garcia, Kershaw, McCullers Jr., Reyes, and Woods. So there is 6. Right now, he actually plays AAA. Then we got our relievers. We'll come back to another over there. Can Jock... Yeah, Jock can actually play right. Okay, that's good. So we do have positional versatility over here. That's really, really good. Okay, so Joe can go back out to the left. Cody Bellinger and now Giancarlo Stanton as our center and right fielders. We got Pollock there as backup. So we should need one more, I think, to fill that outfield. And then we got the right number of basemen for me here. We got Seager, Turner, Altuve, and Muncy, who I think that's a great infield. If Jock improves, that could be a great outfield. And we got Kenley to get rid of as well, though. Yeah, Kenley to get rid of. We bring in another outfielder. We might need one more player. Yeah, we will need one more player then. Okay. Would that be a reliever? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we might need another relief pitcher to come in. Yeah, we will need another right pitcher. So, Kenley out. Yezel out. And then an outfielder and a relief pitcher. Okay, I'm going to go search and see what we've got. Okay, we've put together a little something here I think works quite well. Kenley Jansen out, $4.5 million, $5 million retained quarter of his contract. 2 seasons, say very good, but just will not start for us. Gets a lot of money off the table. Carlos Aleo, not someone that we really think will develop for us. 20 years of age right now. Orlando Navarro, same thing. 20, not going to be a factor. Then 32. 32-year-old, decent closer, but again, we don't really need him. So as good as he is, and as much as he might play a part, if we had 2 injuries, yeah, Easy Mac has to go out in this deal to kind of make sense and cut down on the money. And the piece that moved the needle, the actual one that moved the needle for them, is Yasiel Alvino. Not sure how you pronounce that, but that's the one we're going to be throwing in here. So we don't think much of him, apparently. Now, the league thinks a little bit. He's 23. He could turn into a starting rotation pitcher. I think we've got more back already, sort of, that we can use. I don't think that there's, when you look here, I think Lance coming in replaces a guy that went out. And then you got someone like Davey, who, okay, looks really, really good here. Maybe doesn't look great there, but we think he's going to be something more either. So overall, I think it's a decent move to be making. And we'll be able to put all these guys in. We just need to get Kenley out. So I think that works for us. And just 5 prospects back. Like Jeremy De La Rosa, 18, 2.5-star prospect. George Canning, 22, 2-star. Might not work out, but good depth. Good backup, possibly for the future, if nothing else. Jose Sanchez at shortstop. Again, looks quite decent for his age. Daniel Hernandez, same thing there. And Sebastian Castro. So I think they're all respectable in terms of defensives. I don't know how their batting is going to develop. It's not there right now. But a 17-year-old, 18-year-old, I think 2 18-year-olds, maybe a 19 and a 22-year-old. I'm happy with those kind of pickups at that kind of potential level with what we've got going on. So when we look at it that way, I think this is a great move for us. We gain a bunch of free money. I'm going to go into free agency and have a look there and do something with that money. But I think this is the deal to do. And sadly, we can't get it down anymore, really. I want to do the deal today, so we're going to make sure that's done. Washington Nationals trade for Kenley Jansen we put the pieces in play. So I do know as well I need to go change these figures by looking at the financials. Give me 1 sec. Okay, so changing from like 6 and 13.5 million. We're going up to 12 million scouting budget, 16 million development budget. I think that brings us down quite a lot. We've got money for extensions though. Wow, do we ever have money for extensions? I think we're going to go up to... Let's put it up to $48, see if we can get some more money in there and really see what we can put together. Then when we go back to free agency, that gives us hopefully a better total to work from in terms of a more realistic total. I don't know if it changed or not, but I know sometimes changing those figures does, so I wanted to get that done. For me, there was one move I wanted to make. And yeah, someone like the Pug could be a good deal, but 1 year, 6.5, I don't think so. A couple of decent reserve pitchers. I'm not seeing who I know should be here. Although the fragile but quite good. That is Tui. Tui is here. So 27. 1.85 demand. I know that other people are going to come in and offer him contracts. I'm going to try and just jump in with a high figure to, stop any bidding wars to begin with. I'm not sure there's too much else here I'd probably go for. But yeah, when we look at Tui as a player, I think he's a good pitcher. I think he adds in that in the bullpen. I think he works really well as a relief pitcher for us. I'm going to be fairly happy with bringing him in. And yeah, he's quite decent. He's not a great batter, but we don't need him to be. So we look at his wins above replacement. He's never really been that guy. ERA, where's the ERA? There it is. Quite good in MLB. In that very, very brief appearance. 23 games, but a good ERA. So I have confidence he'll come up when needed. I really don't think there's anyone else here. I'm probably going to offer about 2.5 to 3 million for a long-term deal. Let me see what I want to do. Let me do 285 for like 8 years. $275 for 8 years. Okay, so let's see what happens with that. Yeah, I think he'll be a decent addition and just help our depth a little bit. And then it's going to be some young players I'm going to look at that might have some potential, and we'll just start picking up players that maybe will develop in the system, maybe will be trade bait later on. We'll kind of see how that works out. Okay, so there's a bunch of people offered minor league deals. Tui's got his 22 million over 8. Still gives us more that we can go and spend if we want to. We got money for extensions. We can do things certain ways. Upcoming free agents, let's say Mookie is there. Ken Giles, we don't need no JT Realmuto. If we want Realmuto, we can go get him. I don't think we will. Yeah, apart from that, there's not really much there. DJ LeMahieu. No. Trevor Bauer, probably not. Gaussman, probably not. Keeler, maybe, depending on price. If he's up near 20 million, no. If he's 14, 16 million, I think maybe we can add him in and really help out that relief pitching room. That might be okay. Really sort of set up the bullpen for future success. And we'll see what that one works out like. And then we got a couple of players of our own who are coming up. So let's see, where would that be? Upcoming free agents. So, Jock, Blake, definitely not Turner. Definitely not. Alex Wood, maybe a touch expensive too. I don't know there. Okay, yeah, we'll have to think about that one. And Ambro, looks like he'll be pretty difficult to re-sign, but I want him back. I want all these 2.5 overall guys back at least. And then the potential guys, sort of some of the younger guys here, I might want back, but it's going to be basically Santana up, and anyone's got 2.5 overall or above, which is also going to fall in this area by default. So yeah, that's probably the group I want to re-sign right there. Santana, yes. Ramos, yes. Floro, yes, that kind of money for sure. 4.6 for Bears, and he might not want to sign. Okay, we'll see how that progresses throughout the season. Maybe we make a move, maybe we don't. Scott Alexander, yes, for that money, sure. Alex Wood, say I'm not sure. I'm not sure there. Depends what else we've got available to us. Justin Turner, certainly not. He's done. Santana, I'd like to put a deal together. Extremely hard signability. I'm not sure that's going to work out for us. That would be a shame. If we're getting towards the trade deadline, there's still no movement, we might trade him out. And then Trayman, I think, yeah, I think at that price, that's decent enough. Jock Pedersen, there might be a different way to go about that, and I might go look at it and figure out if it makes sense or not. But yeah, there is somewhere other than just Jock to go there. Couple of names I can think of to slot in. See, I don't know if I want to pay 26 to him. And then Albro, I want back. Extremely hard, yes, but demand is low. So Jock might get traded. Turner might get traded. If there's no movement, Santana might get traded. And Alex Wood might get traded this season. I think those are the ones still kind of on the fence about keeping. So I'd like to get something back for them if I can, or a player who's already under contract, even at a decent amount more. As long as we're locked in for the future, we don't have to make a big jump for a new contract. So, yeah, that might be where I am with that. So you've got these 7 players to add to the active roster. And yeah, I like Davey, but he needs time to develop. He's actually going to go to AAA. We need to bring up the second center. So we've got our 5 starting pitchers. We've got our 7 relief pitchers. We've got our closer. We've got one guy at catcher. We need to go get the other guy up. Oh, yes, it's the outfield. It's the outfielder. So Stanton's going to go play right field for us. So I need my outfielder and catcher. Outfielder and catcher. Where are people? Yeah, see, May could be called up. May could definitely be called up to the starting rotation. So yeah, if we did get rid of someone like Wood, if we didn't like the contract we have to sign, we bring May in, that's absolutely fine. Alexander's there, that's fine. Yeah, I'm kind of okay with that. So let's go ahead Throw all these into potentials. What have we got in here? Excellent. So, we're just going to call up all these guys that have a bit more potential from the DSL 1 and DSL 2. Maybe there isn't anybody in DSL 2. Okay. Now let's bring... Yeah, you're the one. You're the one. And then drop someone else down. Join us into there. That's fine. So the numbers are good there. Everybody else is somewhere where they can do something. That's the main thing. That's the main thing for me. So Kendall is there. Let's see. Where's my other catcher? I know I had a catcher I liked. Did I have a catcher I liked? I thought I had a catcher I liked. It doesn't look like a catcher. Nobody's still designated. They're not out injured. And yeah, we got to release people if we don't want them again. Yeah, because we had to restart the game because of a graphics issue and lost all our progress. So, bear with me while I find this person who I can't remember who it was, who we promoted last time. Okay, so we got Kendall, who seems to have potential, a ton of speed, good defenses. I've called him up to the big leagues just because we didn't really have many other people. And Ruiz, who doesn't look great, but our head scout thinks he's going to be pretty great in a couple of regards. So, those are my call-ups. And so, yeah, everybody's been kind of called up there. You can see that we've got a bunch of good people in AAA, high potential people in single A and double A as well. A plus looks okay. We got a few in the rookie leagues. We look to be quite deep in places, and then the complex has got some guys, as well as these having guys as well. But yeah, that was mainly what we wanted to do. And there's not really that much down here. So we're going to push draws over there. And get the complex. I like having the complex in that area if I can. So yeah, we've got a bunch over here of good players. I like the way the team is looking. And like I say, Kendall could turn into something big. So we'll see what they want to do. They can handle the rosters. There's not really a market for Sierra. So I'm going to go off and look for something and see what comes up. So that's 13 million right there. So yeah, our money would... Technically on the contract, being a release, we would improve ourselves by a couple of million and get prospects. For that reason alone, I'm going to pull the trigger there. And then we are going to... Yeah, we're not going to do too much. Yeah, let's see what's available. So let me see what's available. I don't want veterans. Who's going to take Castillo off our hands at that price? Possibly nobody, in which case we might be releasing them. But if there is a deal here to be made, I'd like to know about it. Starting pitcher. Not a bad starting pitcher. Not great starting pitcher, but a starting pitcher. 14 for 3 more years. Eovaldi. I like the control better. Average. Again, what do our starting pitchers look like? What are we really going to be using here? So, Buehler, Kershaw, McCullers, and then Urias or Wood. I can get rid of Wood, bringing in Kikuchi, and we were thinking about doing that anyway. Plus, we've got Nelson coming in. We got the money to spend on this 1-year deal, which is all this. That's a 3-year deal. Oh, yeah. Can I get something back? No. I can get something back. I can get something back. They don't want to give me Julio, but they'll give me Jared. And this is a contract that might work. Okay, they won't give me Jared. Who will they give me? Fletcher? Yeah, okay. I'll take that any day of the week. There's no way for Julio. Okay. Okay. Okay, so Kyle is out. I wish it didn't reorder them that way. I wish it didn't reorder them. Okay, I'm going to put the deal together. We'll be back when this is done. Okay, I think this works. If I retain 11.5 of Castillo's contract, throw in Victor Gonzalez, who might become something, might not, and Jesus Vargas, who again could become something, could not. Couple of options there long term for them. We would be able to get Aaron Fletcher, who I think contributes this season or next season easily. We gain Yusei Kikuchi for 3 years on a cost control deal, because this year we're okay. This year we're paying $300,000. Basically, plus 20%, which is 2.8, so it's like 3.1 million this season. And that 3.1 million then becomes a 3 million, and then becomes a little bit less. So, we're not paying much for Kikuchi, basically. So for 3 years, we get a player. We get someone who's probably ready to start in the bullpen. We got someone here who might never be. And we get rid of Rusney, who we didn't want really anyway. I think I'm going to do that deal. I think that works for me. That, 100% works for me. And that means we've got to designate a starting pitcher. And that's fine, because Alex Wood, with his contract coming up, and him wanting like big money, we can sort of move on from him and instead get ourselves Kikuchi. I think that works. So let me... I'm going to need to go another day. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. I'll be back in a day and we'll have a look at that one. Okay, so I think we're retaining 3.6 of Alex Wood's 4 million. We dump a pitcher we don't need to pick up a prospect that looks really promising, only 20. There's a good chance Antoine Kelly works out for us. We throw in Logan Boyer, who doesn't look as promising, and pick up Eduardo Garcia at 17 with a 3-star potential. Looks very good defensive, etc. Could turn into something. Like, I think that works for me. We do have to retain, sadly, 90% of that contract, unless we can chip it down with other players we don't want. Like maybe like a Bryons. Well, I'm not going to quibble over small amounts here. And a Duran. Let me have a look. Do I want these guys? 18, half a star. Duran. Yeah, I don't think either of those really do anything. In fact, Boyer looks better than those for me. We can come down a decent amount. To 1.4. Yeah, I don't think they're going to make our roster at any point. Probably not for the next 5-6 years anyway. We can probably draft or trade someone better or free agency, get a replacement instead of them. So they move the needle down to 1.4 the salary. Like I say, 3 guys we don't really think are going to make it as, relievers. We got a starting pitcher coming back and a shortstop that has a little bit of quality. Yeah, I think that's probably about as good as we can do here. I do like Ramon, though. I do like Ramon. So you move the needle from 1.4 all the way back up. Back up to where? $3.4. Okay, what can we do at 3? What can we do at 3? Crosby. Beautiful. Beautiful. Can I come down? No. Okay. You give me a young, great changeup reliever, 17 with a bit of potential. You give me a 20-year-old with potential that's got a couple of nice pitches about him. We got Garcia, who looks like he could be a good all-round shortstop. Responsible at the plate when he's developed, but also at his position. Only 17. And we give up 3 pitchers we don't think are going to make anything of their career. One guy that could, but he's 22 and easily replaced. And the dump of Alex Wood out. They pay $1 million, we pay $3 million of his salary. I'm okay with that. We've got the money to do it this year. End of season, I think we're going to need the money for free agency if we make a splash there. I kind of like it. I wonder, though, if we can get a touch more. Probably not. Let me go down to 2-star prospects that are teenagers. Come on, give me something to work with. Give me Castillo, give me Christian. I don't mind that. Luis Castro. I didn't want Luis Castro. Did I put the wrong person in? I think I must have. Okay, Jaiko. Yeah, okay. That to me is a good haul. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay. Okay, what do we got? What do we got? What do we have? Okay. 3.4 for Alex Wood. Retained 600,000. Throw in Adam Kolarek, who's a decent guy, but I think we can kind of replace. I'm throwing Logan Boyer, who's not going to do anything for my money. Once again, those kind of pitchers. That's what they want. And I think that makes that deal work quite well for them. We get a couple of center fielders. Carlos Rodriguez, 19, 3.5 star. Mika Bello, 3.5 star, 19. We also get the shortstop, Eduardo Garcia. We already saw him, 17, 3 star. Ramon Carrasco is a 2.5 star. Tons of changeup. 17-year-old pitcher. We like that. And then the piece we bring in is Devin Williams. Needs more control. But yeah, that right there is what we're talking about. We've got a deal that works. We're right on the cusp of it, and I'm thrilled with that one. I've got another guy I really, really like. Oh, so we're going to see here. So reach the playoffs, sign Justin Turner this time to an extension. I'm going to fail that one. And reach the World Series. So we had to restart, like I said earlier, because of issues with a graphics driver crashing and the game crashing and the save not being properly set up somehow. But that's fine. Enrique Hernandez goes out, decreases slightly. Lance McCullough Jr. comes in significantly up. Jose Altuve, amazing. Giancarlo Stanton, amazing. Kenley Jansen out, noticeably goes down. We took some time. Okay, I'm a humanitarian. Look at me go. Brilliant. I am amazing. So that's the Mookie Betts deal, getting him out. And what we got back in. You can pause and look at that in detail if you want. You should have already seen them. There's the deal right there for Stanton and Co. There's the deal here for Jansen going out for a bunch of young players. And then Sierek out for Hook, who I think is decent in that deal with Boston. We come here. We do a job with Seattle, getting Kikuchi and making that deal work. David Ross apparently retired? Okay, weird, but okay, we're still on day one. So welcome to the new season. And it looks like we've got a bunch of negotiations. That's fine. Got an upcoming thing there. So now we do have looks inside the top 10 of prospects. I quite like having that. opening day. Anything else? Here's the deal. Here is the deal. Devin Williams in, Alex Wood out. See, I kind of like that. Gonna go look at all of these and figure out if there's anything I really want to do. So, yeah, that'll wrap things up though. I will be back in the next one very soon. I will see you there. Hopefully, all is well with you. In the meantime, take care of yourselves and your loved ones in these trying times. See you next time, folks.